Hello everybody, my name is Tobisatsu and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to go over my haul for January. So this is everything that was bought in the month of January. You may have noticed that my December did not have a haul. I didn't buy anything. So a lot of Christmas presents were bought, so I really didn't buy much. Kind of caught up a little bit this month, not with a ton of things, but I'm happy with what I've acquired. To start off the month, I bought the first season of Smiling Friends on Blu-ray. I'm a big fan of Zach Hadel, and I really enjoy this show. I'm not sure when the second season is going to be coming out on Blu-ray, but I'm really happy to have this. I'm a big fan of just like his YouTube, Psychic Pebbles, and then obviously his role on Oni Plays is great. But this comes with all, what is it? 9, I think? With the first season that includes the Brazil episode. The only thing that does suck about this is apparently some of the episodes are censored, which I'm not a big fan on that. I think that's kind of goofy to have half censored, half not, but what are you going to do? Having this on Blu-ray is honestly the big thing for me. So I was really happy to get that off Amazon. Got it for like $14, so not too bad. These next two titles come from the 4K 3 for 33. I'm missing one of the titles, which is yet to have shipped. The first one is The Suicide Squad. I actually really enjoyed this film. I watched it back in IMAX when it was first coming out, and I really enjoyed it. Out of a lot of the recent DC stuff, this has probably been one of the standout things for me. I'm not too sure the last time I'd watched this, because I watched this for sure twice. The first time I was in a theater, and the second time was at some point, like maybe like 2 years ago or something like that. But it's a really fun film. Obviously, James Gunn, now the lead of DC, this was kind of his dip into that side of the hero genre of things outside of Marvel. It's a fun watch. If you haven't watched it, I recommend it. And then the second title I got with that was The Shining on 4K. Classic horror movie, absolutely fantastic. Highly, highly, highly recommend it if you haven't seen it yet. It's one of the few movies that actually like gives me chills. It's really solid. I highly recommend it. Jack Nicholson is fantastic in it. Everyone does their part. I mean, it's The Shining, So before we continue to, be sure to leave a like if you're enjoying the video. I know we're just getting started. I got a few more pieces here, but it's a pretty chill month, in all honesty. As mentioned in my January watch list, we have the Raid collection. This includes the Raid Redemption and then the Raid 2. I have not seen the second one yet, but I watched the first a few weeks ago. Really enjoyed it. The video quality is really good on this, and overall, it's just a really good package. Let's see. I'm pretty sure these are expired, but they come on separate discs, which is nice. I did not watch the English dub with Linkin Park music. That seemed ridiculous. I watched it's Indonesian, right? Yeah, Indonesian. And I was quite content with this. I mean, the action's fantastic. I thought there'd be more with the characters and story, but from what I've heard, the second one kind of makes up for that. So I'll be curious to check that out. But yeah, that's the Raid collection on Blu-ray. Leading into the final purchase off Amazon, this one's kind of funky. This is the Ultraman Battle Kaiju Series 1 collection. Ultraman vs. Red King. Now, I don't think it'll come up on camera. You see it a little bit there. There's a scratch on the cover. And now, this was the first copy I got of this. I got a second one off of Amazon. And I'll post a picture, too, of what I'm going to talk about when I say this. The second one had a better frame, I guess, and the corners and stuff were a bit cleaner. But there was a big white nick on the leg of the science team. I'm not sure if it's the same characters from the original show, so I'm not even going to guess. But it was very noticeable from a distance, and I had to decide between that and this. I ended up going with this because even though the scratch is noticeable under like certain light, if you're looking at this straight on, you're not going to notice it. Where with that other cover, it was like, it got my OCD acting up. I gotta be honest. But this is just a compilation of Red King episodes from various shows, so you can actually see that right here. Those are some of the included series. And I don't know if this goes for, like, for example, as Mebius is there, Ultraman Max. If those episodes are in actual HD too, because as you'll see in a little bit, I got a series that's on DVD, which obviously isn't in HD. So I'm kind of curious if I'm actually going to be able to rip these. But I have this in a protective casing because this is meant for display. I'm not really planning on opening this, but love the art on this. Red King's my favorite Ultra Kaiju, so I'm happy to have that. A big goal for me this year is to buy my essentials, essentially. Things that I adore film-wise that I haven't had added to my collection yet, whether it be just, timing, just it's not available as easily, That's a big goal, I think, now that I've completed my Godzilla collection. So the first title that started this off was Nightcrawler. This is a fantastic movie if you've never seen it. Jake Gyllenhaal Jake Gyllenhaal stars as a Nightcrawler. He goes around looking at crashes and crime scenes, video records them, sends them off as fast as he can to really any news station to make some money. Obviously, he uses this to kind of get a job and ensue more cash, but as he progressively gets deeper into more nasty crimes and fucked up things, he gets caught in a web of lies and kind of deceit. It's a lot of fun. Big fan of character studies, and this one's absolutely fantastic. Jake Gyllenhaal he just plays it incredibly. I highly recommend it if you have not watched Nightcrawler. We also have a personal favorite comedy of mine, Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood, unrated. Now, my friend showed this to me about 2-ish years ago, and I thought it was fantastic. I'm not a gigantic fan of like the gangster genre and I guess how Anthony, my friend, described it was the get out of the hood movies. So I haven't actually watched a ton of those. And for something like this, which is obviously meant to be a parody movie, to be as successful as it is just outside of the genre tropes it makes fun of, to be a comedy, it's so good. It is so good. It's so funny. Ever since I saw it with him, I've watched this probably 4 times since. I could show this to anybody and they're going to have a good time. Something interesting about this movie is it's not readily available. So this is a Miramax Collector's Series release. And there is a Blu-ray of this, but the Blu-ray of this usually goes over $40. This movie isn't worth $40. And that's not to say like I don't adore this movie, but it's not something that I need on Blu-ray, especially at that price. So I was iffy on even really dipping my toe into that, but whatever. The DVD itself was $15, which not horrible, but I was surprised it was still that much. These are like the Blu-ray and DVD are out of print, and it's not something that looks like it's gonna get a release soon. So if you're interested in this, your best bet's just to go with the DVD. I watched through a good chunk of it, and it looks perfectly fine. So if you do have interest in this film, go that way or stream it, but it seems to be iffy on streaming. But I highly recommend this if you've never watched it and you're like a fan of comedies and parody films. Easily one of the best examples. Finally, to wrap up the month, we have, like I had mentioned, Ultraman Max on DVD. Now, I've never actually watched through this in full, but I've watched through parts of it. I've really enjoyed the episodes that I watched, and I love the design of Max. I think out of all of the Ultramen, he's probably my favorite designed Ultra. Just something about it. You can get a good shot of this here. There's something about him looks so like real, but like warrior. I don't really know how to describe it better. It's a great design. So this comes with everything, kind of just giving you an overview of the show. Look, there he is, Mr. Red King. And again, because his episodes are in standard definition on this, I wonder if on his Blu-ray it's in standard or if it's in HD. That's for the Red King set. I don't know why I didn't specify that. But this comes in 6 discs, so not really a huge set. What's the total? Well, it's a huge set, but you know what I mean. It's 39 episodes, so I mean I don't know why I said not a large set. 39 episodes is pretty chunky. I've heard the video quality is good on this. Honestly, I've been kind of putting off Ultraman Ginga S just because I really didn't enjoy Ginga that much. So I might just say screw it and skip that series for now and then hop to this. Not 100% on that, but kind of debating it because I really do want to watch through this. And it's something that I think once I start, I wouldn't be able to stop. But yeah, that wraps up the month for my releases. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get these put onto my shelf and then we will wrap up the video. Alright, that wraps up this month's haul for physical media. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, and if there's anything you have questions on, be sure to leave a comment and I can give some answers. Be sure to subscribe as well, I've got plenty of content coming up. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Tobisatsu, and I hope that you have a great day.